Okay, this week I decided to change my vibe so my titles will not be negative. I, I, I grew up in the Bronx, Catholic, and so I wanted something that would grab people and people that ordinarily wouldn't come to a unity service, maybe some dissatisfied Catholics or Christians, to enjoy this message of joy and hope and connectivity with everything is the unity. Um, so this week I'm doing um, higher vibrations is the idea, and I'm dedicating this to Sarah Force. Came up with the idea and told me that my titles were needed to be at a higher vibrations. She didn't say negative because that's not how we talk here, but I get what she was saying. So every time somebody tells me something, I always take it in, even if I'm not expecting it, even if it hurts your feelings. It doesn't matter, because if people are telling you things, you're getting messages from the universe, and sometimes you get a better message from someone who's not your friend, as it is my friend. Not that she's not, but I'm just saying it's good to receive those messages and then interpret them. Some of them you should hold on to, and some you should let go. But you should always receive a message because you're not really sure um, if it's something you might need. So, okay, the whole higher vibrations, the vibrations in general, always seem to me very hokey, very, with very 60s, your vibe is off. I don't like the guy's vibe. And it wasn't ever clear to me what it was. And so I left it alone. It was in there with like groovy to me. I mean, it's in a lot of these terms to me that become very pop, like um, it's like you take a philosophy or religion and then you put it in like a pop sense. And to me, it gets watered down to where I don't even understand it. But there's actually science. What I like about the unity services and the unity practice is that it's all based on laws of science. Metaphysics are based on laws of science. It's amazing how um, when I used to go to services, I used to have to turn my mind off sometimes because they're like, oh, this is faith, or you have to hear what spiritual discernment, a lot of stuff, but it just would never make sense to me. The back of all of these truths, as we call them, big T, the transcendental truth behind all things, the truth that we share with everyone in our movement, uh, it is it's backed by logic. Really, it makes sense when you say it, and it makes sense to me when I hear it. And then it moves you. Because it's truth, it should move you. And I'm going to tell you why scientifically, when I speak truth to you, why it moves you, because that's part of the vibration thing. Okay, so we'll talk about, I'll tell you a scientific example of uh, the concept of vibrations and how it changes everything. So you have a piano player at the piano. He's sitting there in his brain. He wants to play a note. So the note comes into his brain, and then electronically through our nerves and actually a flow of current on a very tiny level flows through our entire body all the time. So it goes from his brain to his fingers to venerate the muscles in his fingers, and he presses the key. Now that energy he does presses the key. It's mechanical in old-fashioned pianos anyway. It would be like a little hammer with covered in felt, and it would bang along a piece of wire, tightened to a certain uh, tension, and that creates a note. So the electricity from his brain is now into the wire. Then the wire vibrates, a vibration, and it lets out a sound. And that sound goes through the air and goes to the ear of the singer. Inside your head, there's three bones. I don't want to show off by naming them, but I could. There are three little tiny bones in your ear that vibrate, and when they vibrate, it's almost like a Morse code electronically to your brain. Your brain interprets the vibrations of these bones. It's amazing, and then your brain interprets what that sound is, and then the singer understands that what the message is, and then transfer what note she wants to her vocal cords. These two tiny places of flesh in your throat. They're really small, and then they vibrate in the perfect in the perfect vibration to make the perfect pitch. And it comes to you sitting in the audience through the air again into your ear and goes through your spirit. Music changes us. Do you ever hear a good song and you get goosebumps? You ever hear a perfect voice, a voice who's singing out? It changes you because the music changes your vibration because of what it's doing, how you're interpreting it. It's truth. It has power. So that's the vibration thing, if you, in a sense, scientifically. And frequency, people go, oh, I'm going to increase my frequency. I'm going to operate a higher vibration and increase my frequency. Is just a way to measure a vibration from one end to the other, like from the top to the bottom. So all this science, it's like, how does that relate to me? It does relate to you for two reasons. One is when we operate on a lower vibration, as they say, all the things can come easily as lower vibration, right? Jealousy, greed, resentment, hate, all the isms, all the stuff that's not the fruit of the spirit is all on the lower vibration. And when we operate on a lower vibration, not only do we send out that lower vibration and it attracts people at that same low vibration, but we actually bring the whole vibration, the whole positive light-filled vibration of the planet Earth in existence down. Like we turn down nature in a sense. We turn down the planet. We turn down the spirits of people. And it does not serve you because you can't develop in a low vibration. You can't develop and grow and become your spiritual self and connect with your divine nature, with God in that place. However, when you accept your divine nature, I am, and you claim that I am peace, I am love, I am light, I am prosperous, I am healthy, I'm loving, I'm loved. Claiming that I am is claiming God. That's the name of God in the Old Testament, right? God is I am, and then you're putting that with an emotion that you understand in your brain, and so you're raising your vibration to that level, that vibration of joy, of light. In the higher vibration is when you can actually now your vibration goes out greater, goes out further. It says a little bit of light lights a big dark space. Your vibration changes the vibration of the entire world. Humanity is changed because of that positive vibration. In fact, that's the only thing that's going to save us in these times, is us raising our vibration to change the hearts of other people. Because we're not going to swear at them and make them believe us. We're not going to call them idiots and make them listen to us. That's why you say pray for people. Because when you're praying, you're operating on a higher vibration because you're connecting with God. And then when you're meditating, you're listening for God. And I'm going to tell you something about that. You can't receive a message from your divine, from God, from the universe, whatever you want to call it. You can't receive one. You can't receive one from the Christ. Do you know why? Because when you're a lower vibration, you can't perceive it. But when you raise your vibration, when you come to your higher self, that's when you can hear the voice of God. If you have any problem in your life, any issue that you have, it can be fixed. The solution will come to you. Whatever it is. If it's physical, if it's health, if it's money, if it's and I'm not just saying this stuff. First of all, I'm not telling you any of this stuff. When I was in a service with John Denny was my first minister, my first unity minister. And in the first service I went in, we were talking about tithing. And I was like, I heard of tithing. I heard about it. I get the idea. But, I don't even know. Why would I give you this money? And he said, if your life doesn't improve because of this, stop doing it. Seems simple to me. That's a straightforward gig. Okay, I can deal with that. That's not really new agey. That's straight. I'll try it, and if it doesn't work, I'll stop doing it. Not only did it work, but it transformed my life. Because acting out of faith. And I said, yeah, okay. And it changed It changed my whole dynamic of giving and God and the unity service and the unity movement. Like, okay, I receive this, what you're saying, and I support it 100%. I only support it financially. Uh, some people believe that money is God in action. So not only do I support it wholly, but I'm showing you. I'm not only talking about it. I'm doing it. There's a New Age writer. She wrote, "When I think good thoughts, when I think good thoughts, and then that enables me, empowers me to do good deeds." So by doing my good thoughts, I do good deeds. By doing my good deeds, it enables me to have a good life. I would go a step further with that idea because that's what this whole vibe thing is talking about. I would go a step further. I would say that it's like the law of polarity. So it takes two things to get a third thing in science, like oxygen and hydrogen make water. If you put the right amount of hydrogen and the right amount of oxygen, you make water no matter what. It always happens. It has to happen. It's scientific. You can prove it. Likewise, if you can get to a higher vibration and think your thoughts and make and train and discipline your mind to the good thought, because it's easy to do the other way. If you discipline your mind to the good thought, because this process of changing your life, it's possible, but it's not easy. I mean, it's easy to understand, but it's not easy to do because we have to change our nature. We have to do something that's not natural to us. But it's like anything that you do when you put your mind to it and you accept it and you train at it, and you get better at it. It's the same thing. You see the benefits and you want to keep going. So if you do those two things, if you get your thoughts in line on a higher vibration, you get your deeds in line in a higher vibration because you just can't think it. You just can't pray it. You have to walk the walk. If you walk this walk, it's guaranteed you're going to have a good life. It was only 18 months ago when I walked into my first Unity service. I walked into that service with my new friend at the time, who became my wife, and now I'm an intern to become a Unity minister. Because what I heard here was so life changing, it inspired me to think differently. And at the time, my life was not bad. I mean, I made pretty good money. You know, I had a good job. I mean, I didn't have a church, but there was nothing really bad about my life. But there just wasn't enough good in my life to me to make me to give me hope for the future, to to um to fill me with enough light to make life look hopeful for the long term, to leave something for all of humanity. It's our service to do for others. It's what we're here for. We're here to represent God. We're here to worship God in prayer, in wisdom and truth. It says we're here to share our light with other people. Now it's what I want to do all the time. Now it's what I want to do for a living because of how it transformed my life financially. It transformed my life. It transformed my life emotionally. Um, my health got better. Um, my relationships got better. Um, my community, my sense of community improved. I have a community now of people, of like-minded people on the same vibration, trying to do the same thing. And those things, exactly what I was missing in my life before I walked in. Those things I wanted. I was longing for these things, but I just could not get the right message. The truth that people were speaking didn't resonate inside of me. It was like the note they were playing didn't do anything inside of me. It didn't change me. Not that it wasn't beautiful. Not that this is the only way there is to God, to your divine nature. Not saying this is the only way. However, this is the one that worked for me. This is the one that changed me, transformed me. So I'm not the same person now than I was when I walked in the door. And that's what truth does. That's the truth of the Christ. He says, faith cometh through hearing. Whatever's inside of you comes out through your speech, right? When you're cursing somebody, when you're damning somebody, when you're uh, um, tearing somebody down emotionally, it comes from your insides. The same way when you're blessing someone, it comes from that same place. And if you can get to that place where a blessing is your first thought, and you're blessing people you don't agree with, or you're blessing people you don't like, when you are praying for people, this is all biblical. When you're praying for people and forgiving people and sending them love and light, it really is the only way to bring us all up to a higher vibration and change the world we live in. And it worked. It'll work guaranteed. It's scientific. I promise you. So come join me because this is a wonderful way to live. Anyway, that's the truth. And the truth will make you free. And hey, I wanted to add to my sermon today this little addendum because there were some things that were important that I left out. It was a very hectic day, and um, sometimes I only get limited time in the space, and we had a lot of things going on personally. So my wife's in there watching 60 Minutes, and I want to tell you about the higher vibration. A higher vibration. It's important not only in your spiritual evolution to become the person you were meant to be, not only because you help humanity, not only because your life gets better in every single way, your health, your prosperity, your joy, your peace, your marriage, your relationships, your finances. It's not just that. One of the main reasons that you raise your vibration and operate on a higher frequency, they say the high road, right? Take the high road, right? When somebody's dealing with you in a ridiculous way or a really base way, you say, well, I'm going to take the high road. The concept of you rising above situations that are dark or negative and behaving in a way, in a godlike way, in a way, in a heightened spiritual awareness. You're going to go through things. We're all going to go through things. There's no way around it. If you're in this human condition, you are going to go through some things: health issues, job issues, money issues, where you live, your home, your neighbors, politics, traffic, car accidents, cancer. There's no way to escape, no matter how spiritually adept you are, no matter how what a heightened service, whatever heightened consciousness you have that brings good things, you will still be challenged. There's no way around it. What a higher vibration does, it allows you to overcome these things. As Jesus said, I came to overcome the world, right? He taught us the path, the higher path, so that we could deal with these things, so we could deal with loss gracefully, so we can help people. When we're dealing with a loss, it's not always about us. You can think about the people around you that need comfort. You comforting people in a situation when you're going through loss is so healing. The higher vibration helps us heal and enables us to heal because it gives us what we need internally to fortify ourselves. So when things happen, we can help humanity. We can heal ourselves by healing other people, by worrying about other people. So it's not just all about us. So I left that part out. And also I wanted to say the first Unity service I went to was with John Denny at the Unity of Jupiter. And in that service, he um, was talking about tithing. Tithing is giving 10% of your income. And it wasn't so much the tithing issue, because I don't want to go into that. That's a personal thing between you and your spiritual nature, you and your family, whatever you decide. I'm not espousing it one way or the other. What I am saying, which I loved, is he said, if you feel it inside of yourself to give, that calling, and giving could be anything, could be time, and not just be money, could be time, could be service, could be helping someone out, it really isn't always money anyway. But if you can give and watch how your life changes, watch how you're rewarded in a sense. You don't do it for the reward, but certainly there's a reward following. It starts internally and it vibrates out. That's a higher vibration. Gratitude for thanking God for what you have, right? Thanking the universe for giving you these things. Being grateful for every single thing in your life raises your vibration. And then taking care of others raises your vibration. All these things that nurture humanity raise your vibration. And in that way, nurture your spirit. So whatever comes, you can handle it. You can handle it with grace. And so, in the words of John Denny, try it. Try starting your day in prayer and meditation with a heart of gratefulness, heart of gratitude. Uh, Problems that you have, lay them down, right? Put them in the right action, right? Golden key them, however you want to call it. Give those issues to the universe, to God, and you take care of this. I can't take care of it. And you think on a higher order, like your life is going to be good because you are provided for, because you are heir to the kingdom, because you are a child of the Most High God, because you are a child of love and light, and you are powerful and beautiful. And no things of this world can hurt you. Greater is he that is in me than is in the world. This is the message of a higher path and a higher vibration. So thank you, Sarah, for bringing it up. And thank you, John Denny, for introducing me to this lifestyle. And thank you, Taylor Stevens, because he walks the walk. He really walks the walk. And he has given me so much to nurture my development in this higher calling that I have. Because we do this for free. It's voluntary. We just do it because we love humanity and we want to share the gifts that was given us. I wasn't given a guy free guy. I was not, to be honest. I was a self-serving, a self-interest. Everything has a price tag. Everything's transactional. The idea that you're just doing it because it's the right thing to do, that you're just giving out of the giving spirit, that you're giving because people need it, and not ever expecting anything in return. That whole way of thinking, that beautiful way of thinking and living, was given to me by the Unity movement. And so I want to share it with you. That's it. Good night. This is the truth, and the truth shall set you free. And for this purpose I was born, and for this reason I was brought into the world. Thank you so much. I love you guys. I'll talk to you next week. Amen.